Brexit trade talks could end without war being declared and a free trade agreement struck between the two sides, a former Minister for Europe has claimed, despite recent events further complicating the negotiations. On Monday, the House of Commons voted on a controversial new bill published by the government. The UK is currently in a transition period that keeps it bound to the EU's rules until December 31. The two sides are trying to negotiate a new trade deal that would come into effect once this period ends, but talks have been characterized by perpetual deadlock. Sticking points in the talks include the rights of European fleets in British waters and the so-called level playing field. With the new internal market bill, the government is essentially seeking to prevent disruption to trade between the four nations of the UK if no deal is reached with the EU. Downing Street has described it as a vital legal safety net. However, the move has enraged the EU and prompted a fresh rebellion within the Conservative Party. Brussels has set Prime Minister Boris Johnson a 3-week deadline to ditch his plans or face financial and trade sanctions, with the clear suggestion that negotiations over a future relationship will fail unless the most contentious parts of the proposed legislation are removed. As tensions are set to rise in the incoming days, former Europe Minister Denis McShane revealed in a recent report for the London School of Economics (LSE's) blog how the Brexit negotiations could end without war being declared. Mr. McShane, who served under former Prime Minister Tony Blair, wrote, "Number 10 has made a great deal of fuss about the need for the UK to be allowed to increase state aid outside EU norms. Clearly no country can easily accept open trade with a neighbor who massively subsidizes its firms to trade at low prices and dump goods or service on the markets of its neighbors. But EU state aid is very flexible. At the moment the UK is in the lowest quartile for state financing of economic actors. It would increase state aid fourfold to £61 billion, about twice the size of the defence budget, and still be within EU rules."